Let's move on to very important, bit confusing and very interesting topic, that is osmosis and types of osmosis. Like you remember that osmosis it's a movement of water molecules from the region of high water concentration to the region of low water concentration through a semi permeable membrane. I guess you remember this definition of osmosis. There are different types of osmosis: endosmosis and exosmosis. Let us see what is endosmosis and what is exosmosis. Example, here they have taken a bowl and they have placed the raisins in it. I think so you know what are raisins. So here I have some example. So these are raisins. Raisins are the dried form of grapes. Okay. So this raisins, like you know that they have lots of they are like shrunken structures, right? There are lots of wrinkles present on the on this raisins. Now when this raisin has been kept in the water, okay, when this raisin has been kept in the water, you can see after some time or after some hours this raisins will swell. Okay, what is happening actually in this process? Here, when the raisin has been kept in the water, okay, when the raisin has been kept in the water, so there is lots of water molecules present, and when you keep this raisin in this, what will happen? The water will enter into the raisin. The water will enter into the raisin, and after some time you can see the swollen structure of raisin. Okay, so this type of osmosis where water enters into the cell, such osmosis is called as endosmosis. Okay, such osmosis is called as endosmosis. Next example. Next example is about exosmosis. What is exosmosis? Like in this case, you can see in the test tube or in the big in this bowl they have placed sugar solution, and this sugar solution, inside the sugar solution they have kept the grapes. After some period of time, you can see from the grapes the water comes out completely, and you can see the grapes has been completely shrunken. Okay, here in this case I have this sugar solution and I have kept the swollen raisin in the sugar solution, and after some period I could see that the raisins which were swollen at the beginning, now it has got completely shrunken. The main reason is here in the beaker, the concentration of solution was very high. Concentration of solution was very high. That means the water concentration present in the solution was very less. Okay, remember once again, in this solution, the concentration of sugar was very high and water was very less. So hence, the water will move outside the cell. Okay, water will move from outside the cell, and hence as the water moves outside the cell, you can see the cell will start shrinking up. This process is called as exosmosis. So very important process, two important process: endosmosis and exosmosis. How will you remember? Endosmosis means water will enter the cell. Water will enter the cell. Whereas exosmosis, how will you remember? Water will exit from the cell. So in endosmosis, water will enter the cell, whereas in exosmosis, water will exit the cell. Exosmosis, EX, exit. Okay, EX represents exit. So water will exit from the cell. As water will exit from the cell will get shrink. Okay, whatever cell water was present in the cell, it will come out. So hence the cell will get shrunken. On the other hand, in endosmosis, water will enter into the cell and hence the cell will get swollen up. Is this clear? Isn't it this two important process very interesting? You can see this example in many scenarios. Like if you will, now it's the season of mangoes, right? So if you will apply some salt on the mango and just keep it for some time, what you can see, just check this experiment and mention this in the comment that what will you observe.